Wait, hold on a second. What was that thing? Is that a hole in the ground? A hole in the map? Oh my god, I think it is. I gotta go check this out. I wonder if I can fall through it. Wait, hold on. Let me go prone. Prone. There we go. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm underneath the map! That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Oh. Alrighty then. That was weird. I didn't even kill myself. It just put me right back. That's weird. What's up, guys? My name's ExxotikGaming, and today we're back with another Rules of Survival video. I've done a lot of tips and tricks videos on this game, but for the most part, they've been very broad in topic. In my best tips and tricks video, I spoke about the entire match you'll be in. I never actually spoke about specific points of the match all too much. So I figured today, and maybe in another video in the near future, I'll be explaining different points of a match you'll be in more in depth. Today, we're going to start from the ground up and focus on the beginning parts of Rules of Survival. This video will include every possible tip and trick I can think of and you should know in order to maximize your chance of surviving early game and progressing on into the top 50 and beyond. Guys, before this video starts, all I ask is if this video helps you, please leave a like down below. Subscribe for more Rules of Survival content, and share this video with your friends if they are struggling in this game as well. Thanks guys, your support for this series has been amazing. Now let's jump into this. So, to begin, we'll get into some key aspects of the game you have to understand down to the tip of the nail before you jump into the match. Let's look at the settings. Now, every device is different, so if you are encountering any lag, you will need to tweak with your settings in order to increase your player experience. I won't say too much on this subject because I have an entire guide to the settings menu complete with the best settings to win already on my channel, but there is one part that is most important that I'll say again because you really need to know this. In the beginning, you'll need your sensitivity to be set properly. So regardless which device you have, set it to the point where when you press the center of your screen and you swipe from left to right, you can get a 180-degree or even a bit more field of view so you're able to see all around you fast and easily. Again, that other video is on my channel, so you're welcome to watch it, but that's it with the settings aspect in this video. Let's talk about the actual match. So, as we know, the plane flies over the map in Rules of Survival, and you need to drop in at a certain area to loot up and progress to a later point of the game. Now, if we're focusing on the start of the match, and you want to be able to get past that, wouldn't it make sense to drop into a small area where no one else is, so by default you will progress to mid-game? Right? Wrong. That may work, but the key thing is that's not going to make you better at the game. The most important thing you should be doing when you're first starting off playing the game is not having the mindset that you'll win. If you just started playing Rules of Survival, you obviously will not be getting consistent wins. You need to practice a ton. And with this practice, you'll eventually get better. And where's the best spot to practice getting better at the game? Certainly not in an area where no one else is. You want to be able to practice quickly gathering materials, shooting your guns, and getting kills. The only way to be able to do that is in a high traffic area at the start of the match. If you're looking for kills and Rules of Survival, I have another tips and tricks video posted on my channel explaining how to get more kills, especially in early game. Check it out if you want to. Anyways, my best advice is pick the first major city or big area the plane comes across when it's flying over the map and drop there. You want to get to the ground as fast as you can because speed is important in the beginning of the game. Try to land on the roof of a tall building if you're in a place like Traffic Hub, or on top of one of these structures if you're landing in a place like Rust Bay. Height advantage is so important in this game. To put it bluntly, some of your best areas to land in Gilly Island are Rust Bay, Training Base, the Observatory, and Echo Valley, and some of your best areas to land in Fearless Fjord are Oil Factory, Traffic Hub, Sewage Plant, Fortune Island, and New Echo Valley. This is, of course, if you want to get a lot of action early game, and I just explained why you want to get action in the beginning just earlier. Now, when you first land, what do? Get a gun, of course. You obviously want to land in a spot where you see a gun. They spawn in before you touch the ground, so you can adjust how you land so you can get right on top of the weapon before someone else picks it up. If you see someone coming in towards the same gun as you're aiming for, your best bet to actually survive is adjust just a bit so you land somewhere where there isn't another player. You don't want to land right on top of someone else because you only have a 50-50 chance of getting the gun, and the other person might already punch you to death before you can even pick it up. Avoid that by simply changing your landing spots if there's someone already there. In the beginning, a shotgun or an SMG will be your best type of weapon. They're perfect for close range, and if you're landing in a city or an area with a lot of buildings, you're going to be encountering a lot of that close range gameplay. When you land, your first priority is to get the guns, ammo, and health you need for early game. If you don't go out of your way to chase someone down, they'll probably be doing the same thing. So you have at least a minute or so to gear up before someone starts pursuing you. Now, here's the important thing. You want to be on the hunt before others. You don't want to be in a situation where you're gearing up and someone comes up behind you and shoots you point blank in the head with a shotgun. You have to be the person that does that. When you land, get only the bare necessities. Get some bandages, maybe an energy drink or two, a helmet, a gun with ammo, enough ammo to take about 4 or 5 players out, as that'll usually be about how many you'll encounter early game in high traffic areas. Be on the hunt from this point forward. Be sneaky though. Crouching is a super important component in early game in these close quarters areas. If you just go barging through a building, anyone on any floor will see your footsteps show up and they'll know you're there. If you crouch, your footsteps won't show up and you can get the drop on someone. In early game, people won't have a ton of armor or health or even super powerful weapons, so if you see the other player before he or she sees you, you're almost guaranteed that kill. Another tip, if you don't have a lot of ammo, avoid staying on auto fire mode, as especially with SMGs, that'll eat up your bullets so fast. Instead, switch to single fire mode and conserve your ammo. Now, if you didn't find a shotgun, you can pick up 2 SMGs. Have one on auto and one on single fire mode for different occasions. Having a gun on auto fire mode is perfect for when someone sneaks up behind you. You can quickly turn around and spray that weapon until the enemy is gone. Single fire mode is for more controlled situations, like perhaps if you're on top of the roof of a building and you're firing at someone hiding below. Assess the situation and see which firing mode is best. If you find a rifle or even a sniper, you can still get out of early game fine. If you only have a sniper, play more cautiously. Get on top of a roof or maybe a hilltop and play more tactically. Try to take people out at range because that's really the only way you'll be able to get consistent kills with the sniper. If you have a rifle, it can work well in close and medium range. Again, switch between the 2 different firing modes depending on the situation you're in. Now, what happens when you want to play aggressive? How do you do this and still manage to consistently stay alive in early game? Well, there are some tips I have for that. Not every single person you see is the right one to kill. You really need to see what position you're in before you take any shots. If you happen to be in the middle of traffic hub by those concrete cylinders and you see someone on top of a roof, is it really a good idea to shoot at that player? Probably not. Most likely, you won't be able to fully finish off that player, and after they hide, they'll heal up, and then they'll have the height advantage. Then you'll have to worry about other players who also have a height advantage all around you. It's a pretty scary scenario, so avoid this by getting yourself in a good spot before you start shooting. Make sure you have good cover. This is so important. You can still play aggressive while having good cover. Get inside a building or hide behind a rock or a tree so you can have some solid objects to protect you. Rush people when they're at the same height as you. Maybe someone is hiding in the first floor of a building. This is where you can rush the enemy and actually have a high chance of taking them out. You'll find yourself getting the most amount of kills in early game, but it is important to stay alive while doing all of this. Always remember, once you're a decent player, your end goal is to win, regardless how many kills you get. Another time where you may want to avoid shooting at someone is if they're already engaged in a gunfight with someone else. Now, if you're close by and you can sneak up behind the enemy, yeah, it might be a good idea to shoot at them. But if you're far away from both people shooting at each other, you might have a chance of missing your shots and then having to deal with 2 players shooting at you at the same time. Wait until one kills the other and then move in to get the kill. Again, always assess the situation in order to maximize your chances of surviving. Sometimes, crouching isn't necessary. If someone already knows where you are, why would you even bother? If they're shooting at you from somewhere, you don't have to worry about crouching because you need to be quick in movement to avoid the bullets. Your top priority is to beat that gunfight, and afterwards, you can go back to being sneaky. Another tip, many times it's not good to instantly loot the dead body of someone you killed. In this game, when someone dies, everyone turns in that direction. And if you're right there, distracted and looting, you'll die alongside the other player that you killed. Only loot when it's in a safe area, or if you think there aren't many enemies left in the place that you landed. Or, I guess you could loot if you're in dire need of health or armor or ammo. That's another good time to do that. And with that, that's basically it. Guys, to wrap things up, let's reiterate some of the things we mentioned before. Again, if you want to know more in depth about how to reduce lag, or what the best settings are to win, I have all those videos linked down below in the description. Land as fast as you can, and land in an area of high traffic. Be aggressive, but not insane. Every decision you make should be smart and should take into account what will happen next. And you should assess every situation before you take action. Should you use an SMG or a shotgun? Should you crouch or run? Should you use auto fire mode or single fire mode? Should you simply shoot the player or wait? All of these questions are extremely important in early game. And if you can consistently answer these questions right for yourself, you'll find yourself consistently getting past the beginning and progressing on towards mid-game. And you will get to that point. Over time, you will get better with practice, and eventually, you'll be able to play for kills. Remember, when you first start playing the game, never play for a win. Play for the experience gained, so later on, you'll actually be good enough to make your goal a chicken dinner. And yeah, that just about sums it all up. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun making this, and I really hope it helped you. If it did, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a like down below and shared this video with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't done so already for the best tips and tricks videos on this game, and comment down below other tips and tricks videos you want to see me do in the near future. Thanks for watching until the end. You're the best. I'll see you guys in the next one.